So welcome to a journey into the past. Back from 1999, we're going to start all the way to 1991. I was looking around on an old hard drive the other day, and I found some old home movies. Some have sound, some do not. The quality is, a product of the time, but it was a little bit surreal to see myself, there in 1999 and there at 17 years old in 1991. And I found a few little clips and I was like, oh my God, these are crazy to find. And I wanted to share them with you because I often talk about the past and where I was, where it's fascinating to find some videos of that. I really wish I had some videos of me playing video games back then. That would have been amazing. But I would have, back then I thought, filming myself play video games, that's a waste of time. Meanwhile, I based an entire show on that now. But back then I never even thought about doing it. It was just, recreational fun and all that kind of stuff. But we're going to start in 1999 here. And I want to show you my old room. This is crazy. I couldn't believe I found this. And it's funny to see. It's a very messy room at this point, but all my old video game machines. It's funny even to see Star Wars Episode 1 toys. I was getting really excited about, we were all very excited about Star Wars Episode 1. And to see my VHS collection there, and to see all my old PS1 copied games. Yes, I copied games back then. I think a lot of people did. I used to buy them off a guy who created them. So I would just go and pick them up off him. This guy had a business doing that. And so I'd get a game for like $10. And back then, when you didn't have a lot of money, it was kind of cool to do, especially coming out of film school. But to see my old room looking this way was just amazing with the old posters and the old CRT TV. Really, really amazing. So that was from 1999. Now we're gonna go into a time machine, and this is gonna be a bit embarrassing. I'm gonna show you myself skateboarding when I was 17 years old. This is crazy. I was just doing this on the street that day. My girlfriend at that time was just filming me. There were so many cars driving down the street, and I was just skateboarding along here, just having my own amount of fun, and my hair was so long and ridiculous. Look how thin I was too. I think I must have been around 135, 40 pounds, which is just ridiculous. But I was 17 years old. It's kind of understood. I was kind of amazed to see myself skateboarding back then. I was like, you know what? I wasn't that bad. I was pretty good. Now, I had a friend of mine come over for the day with his girlfriend. And my girlfriend and his girlfriend are watching us, and me and him get into this big kung fu fight, because you have to realize back in the the 80s into the early 90s, ninja kung fu movies and all that were the big rage. That was the big thing. So we got a couple of sticks and from some broom handles, and we just started to attack each other. And I'll just let a bit of that play right now.
Boyfriends are cool.
I couldn't believe all the flips and things I could do. I am not as agile anymore. I don't attempt to do things like that. I think I could still do the overhead flipping, but we were just so funny back then. And that friend of mine in the video, he's known as Schneal. He was the guy who could beat Shinobi in the arcades on 1/4. Realistic, yeah. And he even had his own ninja suit that he acquired. And he went off and did shady things in the middle of the night in that ninja suit. Freaking ridiculous the 90s were. Now we get to a point in the video that this is really surreal that I even have this video. It's surreal. This is a point in the video. We've had a little bit of fun seeing some other silly stuff, but this is where things kind of get a little bit serious. Honestly, this is video from, again, when I was 17, showing my old room when I was 17, and the girlfriend at the time comes over. She's the blonde girl. She comes over, and she comes over with another girl here called Tara. And what is really surreal about seeing this video now, all these years later, and this is heartbreaking. This is really heartbreaking. You won't believe this either. You won't believe this. But the other girl, Tara, was going out with one of my best friends at the time. His name was Sean. There was a group of us. This is even before I hung out with Rob. This is how many years ago before that that took place. But she came over this day with my girlfriend, and she and my friend had broken up. And so she's all upset, and I'm filming them, and I'm trying to lighten the mood a little bit, and all that kind of stuff. And so we're just hanging out. I'm asking them questions. I don't have any audio for this, which is really sad. But what is really heartbreaking here is that I'm really happy that I have video of Tara, my friend's girlfriend. You'll probably say, why? This'll blow you away. Maybe about a year later, she started dating a different person, a different guy. And they were in a small plane with somebody else flying the plane, a little Cessna plane. And in Vancouver here, we have gigantic mountains. Gigantic mountains. So they went up one day for a little flight around the mountain areas there, and it was really, really foggy. And this is no joke. I mean, how could you make this stuff up, and why would I want to? This would be horrible. But one morning they got up into this plane, they went into this fog, and they went into the side of a mountain, and all three of them died. I mean, this was a huge shock at the time to all of us, especially my friend Sean, who had dated Tara before that, and he was devastated. He went to the funeral. It was horrible. She was a young girl. We were all like 17, 18 years old in this video here, and a few years later, she must have been 19 years old. And she had the promise, she was of going into a big modeling career and all of this kinds of stuff. So it was very, very heartbreaking that this happened. I mean, what are the chances of that happening? What are the chances of that happening? It's just so surreal. And I saw this video the other day, and I was like, I can't believe I still have video of her. Like, we're talking like, this is like I guess it was 1991, is like nearly 28 years later, it's insane. It's insane to think about, and where she could have been now. And I tell you, I'm not here to get into a big rant about this stuff, but you never know how long you have in life, do you? Tara got to 19 years old and went into the side of a mountain one morning, and that was her life, and the life that she didn't have. I mean, anyways, I sort of bring up that, but seeing this video the other day, it was like, it just brought it all back. And it's important to remember people too. It's very important to remember Tara from back then. She was such a sweet, lovely person. She was really, really wonderful. And I'm really happy that I do have video of her during this time, and that I can always look back on those fond memories with hanging out with Tara and my friend Sean and my girlfriend at the time, and how precious life is. It really is. And it's really strange just to come in and talk about and show some of my old videos. It's crazy, and I really wish nowadays everybody has their cell phones and they can film everything, and right. I think when a child is born now, there's video of them all throughout their lives, but back in the 80s and 90s, I had to have a video camera, and it was kind of I borrowed it off a friend, and I had to buy tapes, and it was expensive. Then I had to transfer those tapes into VHSs. It was a huge ordeal, and I'm lucky to even have some of this silly footage of me back then, and I'm really happy to have it. And here's another crazy thing, that here I am, 44 years of age right now. I don't even have any video of my father when he was alive. Don't have any of. We just don't have any of it. We never shot any video back then of it. We never thought to. we never thought to. And if the biggest regret I ever had, I wish I could go back in time and say to my parents, let's buy a video camera, please. Like, I know they were very expensive back then, and I wish we could have captured some more moments of my family and stuff that I could have to now, because it'd be great to show to my future kids and their grandkids. You know, that's very important to pass that on. And I'm really happy we live in an age now where everything is as documented as it is. Just back up all your save files, you know, and all your backup pictures and movies and all that. Back that stuff up. That's another huge thing. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to come in and share some wonderful moments from the past and some tragic moments from the past. Some things that I kind of forgot about, and it was really surreal to come into this video and to remember and to see once again and to show you guys all these years later. And yeah, anyways, guys, until next time.